Hello everyone and welcome back to Java Forever course. Currently we are learning about decision controls, and in today's class we will do a quick summary of what we have learned so far about decision controls. In the next class we will revisit and look at some of the tips and tricks to apply when you are solving a decision control problem. So far we have learned that there are four types of decision controls. One is single alternative, where you are using a only if statement. You are saying if, and then we are saying some condition here, and then you have a code block using curly braces. This is the first one. The second type we learned is what we refer as if else block. You have if statement, you have some condition here, and this condition based on true or false, you say else, and you have another block here. If this condition is true, you execute this block. Condition is false, you execute this block. Only one of these two blocks will execute, not both. Even though you have written both blocks, you are instructing Java to skip this and use this when it is true. In the third condition, we have multiple alternatives, and you use this when you have more than two cases. When you have more than two cases, for example, day of the week or month of the year, you have multiple values of a single variable. In that case, you want to use if, else, if, and else. You have if, some condition, and then of course a block. Then you say else if, another condition, a block. You can have another else if, and you have another code block. And finally you will do else. Else, as usual, will not take any condition. Else is the sort of a default value. We also learned that an alternative to this is switch statement. We say switch, and then we use case 1, case 2, another case 3, case 1, and switch some variable name here, some variable name. And then finally we learned default. In each case, we also learned that at the end you write a break statement. That was the multiple alternative. And finally, in the last class, we learned about nested if. The nested if is used when you have more than two values, when you have more than two variables, and you want to give try and use two different conditions based on two different variables. So when you have two different type of values, in that case you want to use nested if, where you say if you have x greater than 10, and within that you want to try if y is greater than 20, then you want to do something else. As you can see, we are talking about here two different values, in which one is x, one variable, and it has its own value, and then you have y and different value. In those cases, when you have conditions on multiple variables, you want to use nested if. Again, all it will come to you when you practice. You will be able to read the problem statement and understand whether you are going to deal with single situation or two or multiple, or different values, different variables with different values. So give it a try, practice, solve these questions. You have a quiz coming here. Solve this quiz to do more practice. As I always recommend, practice is the only way to learn coding. So happy learning, happy practicing. See you guys in the next class.
Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.